The 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Quarter, also known as the Drummer Boy Quarter, is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. It was issued to commemorate the 200th anniversary of American independence and features a special reverse design created by Jack L.R. Unlike other Washington quarters, which typically display an eagle on the reverse, the Bicentennial Quarter showcases a colonial drummer, along with a torch surrounded by 13 stars representing the original 13 colonies. Millions of these quarters were produced across different U.S. mint facilities, including Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, Denver, D Mint Mark, and San Francisco, S Mint Mark. While most of these coins are common and only worth face value, some contain rare mint errors or are in exceptionally high-grade condition, making them significantly valuable to collectors. Mintage and metal composition. The U.S. Mint produced several variations of the Bicentennial Quarter, regular copper-nickel-clad quarters, Philadelphia and Denver Mint. These quarters contain 75% copper and 25% nickel over a pure copper core. San Francisco Mint-clad proof quarters, proof coins struck in copper-nickel with a special mirror-like finish. San Francisco Mint 40% silver business strike quarters. These were included in special collector sets and contain 40% silver and 60% copper. San Francisco Mint 40% silver proof quarters, similar to the business strike version but with a proof finish, featuring deep cameo contrast. The Denver Mint, D Mint Mark, produced over 860 million bicentennial quarters, making them one of the most common variations. However, certain error coins and high-grade examples from the Denver Mint can be extremely valuable. Valuable mint errors and their market prices. While the majority of bicentennial quarters are worth only face value, rare mint errors or high-quality specimens graded by professional grading services, such as PCGS or NGC, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Below are some of the most valuable errors found on the 1776 to 1976 D Bicentennial Quarter and their respective market values. 1. High-grade Mint State 68 Quarter, sold for over $6,000. One of the most significant factors affecting a coin's value is its grade. The Sheldon grading scale ranges from 1, poor, to 70, perfect uncirculated, and a higher grade significantly increases a coin's value. A 1976 AD Bicentennial Quarter graded MS-68, near perfect condition, sold for over $6,000 at auction. However, most circulated quarters, which show signs of wear and scratches, are not worth nearly as much. 2. Double denomination error, sold for over $20,800. One of the rarest and most fascinating errors is the double denomination error, where a bicentennial quarter was accidentally overstruck on another coin. One such example involved a 1976 bicentennial quarter overstruck on an Eisenhower dollar, creating a unique and visually striking error. This incredible coin sold for over $20,800 at auction. 3. Struck-through errors, sold for $600 to $800. A struck-through error occurs when a foreign object interferes with the minting process, leaving an imprint on the coin. One bicentennial quarter was struck through cloth, leaving behind a woven texture on the coin surface. This coin sold for over $600 due to the uniqueness of the error. Another example is a bicentennial quarter with a struck-in wire, where a thin metal wire was embedded into the coin during minting. This error resulted in the coin selling for $700. 4. Broad-struck and off-center errors, sold for $110 to $250. A broad strike error occurs when the collar die fails, allowing the metal to spread outward, creating a misshapen, wider than normal coin. A 1976 AD Bicentennial Quarter with a broad strike error sold for $110. Similarly, off-center strikes occur when the coin is not properly aligned with the dies, resulting in part of the design being missing. A 15% off-center bicentennial quarter sold for $130. A 30% off-center strike sold for $250. 5. Clipped planchet errors, sold for $50. Planchet clips happen when the metal sheet from which coins are cut is misaligned, leading to missing portions of the coin's edge. A triple clip bicentennial quarter sold for $50. 6. Missing clad layer, sold for $70. Some quarters miss the outer nickel-clad layer, revealing the copper core beneath. A bicentennial quarter missing its obverse clad layer sold for $70. 7. Double die obverse, DDO, sold for $400 to $800. A double die obverse, DDO, error occurs when the coin's design is slightly duplicated due to a misalignment during the die-making process. A DDO Bicentennial Quarter graded -53 Australian dollars sold for $400. A mint state 62 DDO Bicentennial Quarter sold for $800. 8. Die clash and die break errors, sold for $200 to $440. A die clash occurs when the dies strike each other without a planchette in between, leaving unintended design elements on the coin. A 1976 D quarter with a die clash sold for $440. A die break, CUD, near the date 1776 to 1976 sold for $200. 9. Struck on a dime planchette, sold for $2,200. In rare cases, a quarter may be struck on a smaller planchette, such as a dime. A bicentennial quarter struck on a dime planchette sold for $2,200. Silver versus non-silver 1776 to 1976 quarters. It is important to distinguish between the different compositions of bicentennial quarters: regular clad quarters, no silver, found in circulation, worth face value unless an error is present. 40% silver quarters, San Francisco Mint, Est mint mark, worth $5 to $20, depending on condition. 40% silver proof quarters, higher quality, worth $10 to $50 or $1,900 plus if graded proof 70 deep cameo. To identify a silver bicentennial quarter, check for the Est mint mark and weigh the coin. A copper nickel clad quarter weighs 5.67 grams, while a 40% silver quarter weighs 5.75 grams. Final thoughts: should you check your change? If you find a 1776 to 1976 D bicentennial quarter, check for mint errors, silver content, and high-grade conditions. While most are worth only 25 cents, rare errors and high-quality examples can be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. Always inspect for doubling, off-center strikes, missing clad layers, broad strikes, and die clashes. If you suspect your quarter may be valuable, consider having it graded by PCGS or NGC. With millions of bicentennial quarters still in circulation, you never know when you might find a rare and valuable one in your pocket chain.